Well, today I'm going to show you how I build these dough bowls. This, unlike a lot of dough bowls, this has thin sides. It's very light. It's kind of elegant looking, very light, and right now I'm in the prototype. This is my second prototype here. I'm fixing to make another prototype, and thought I'd make a video on how I go about making these. So let's get right to it. I'll put this over to the side. First thing is I make these little templates, these little rings out of 1/8 inch plywood, and this, you can see, this is the outline of the bowl. Of course, it'd be much higher because the wood I'm going to use is much thicker. Then I glue up my stock. There's a total of 5. I use 5 layers in it, but I only have to use 3 pieces of stock here, because with the rings I can get rings inside of rings. So what happens is the biggest ring goes on this biggest piece of wood, and the second biggest ring goes on the second piece of wood, right there. Then in the same way, the third piece of wood goes on there, and then the fourth goes on the inside here, and the bottom goes on the inside of this. Okay, the next thing then is to just mark these out and cut out the rings of wood. So that'll be the next thing you see. Now I got the blanks traced out on the wood. The next thing to do is cut out those ringed radiuses. I use a jigsaw for the inside cuts, and I use a bandsaw for the outside cuts. Well, I got all the rings cut out, and I took them and glued them together in the shape of a bowl. kind of see the idea now. This is the prototype, and this is the oak bowl we're building. Okay, the next step, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a couple of days before I actually grind on this. But next thing you'll see will be grinding, and it will be to grind down everything that's not bowl out of this glue up. So there you have it. What I've done here is I've made a little schematic of how the box is laid out. But actually, the beauty of the whole system is that inside those stacks, wherever they overlap, the wood overlaps, the bowl lives right in there. So you can see I've drawn that dotted line so that when you're carving the thing, the only thing to get a basic design, the only thing you have to do is basically grind off those little triangles right there. You grind off all the triangles. And there's your bowl. Simple as that. You basically grind right down to where this 90 degrees is right there, where that junction is. You know that that's the starting point or the stopping point every time, and then what you're left with is the bowl, perfectly symmetrical and ready to sand down and finish. So let's get to the grinding. We'll do the grinding right now. Here's the setup. I've got the bowl on a jig, and I've got my B-52 fan right there next to me, and it's going to be blowing out. So the theory is I'll be able to grind this bowl out with the B-52 running, and it's going to blow all the dust outside. So that's the theory. See if it works. Right there you can see that it's just how easy it is. That whole thing was in real time. So let me go ahead and finish it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I got the inside carved out. I wish it was more dramatic or more difficult, but it isn't. You cut off those little 45-degree corners, and what you're left with is a perfectly symmetrical oak bowl. Let me flip it over now and do the other side. Okay, what I've done here is I've just taken it down to the line. You may have a question about, well, maybe you don't have a question, but if I haven't made it clear, you know, worrying about the shape of the bowl or worrying about how thick the sides are and all those details are about halfway unnecessary here, because you can see these lines in it. What I've done is I've only ground down right down to where the wood meets. So as long as you got those lines in there, you continue carving. And then like right over here, you can see the line has gone away and it's just a smooth joint. You know, you're finished there. You've gone down as far as you can go. But so you just continue to carve down until these lines go away, and and the carving portion is complete. So let me go ahead and finish the outside. Well, there you have it. The carved oak bowl. Easy as that. Little sanding, little finishing, and it's done. Took me about probably, I don't know, a little more than an hour to get to this point. You can see that it's pretty much identical to the prototype. Prototype is much lighter. Prototype is poplar and made out of poplar. This one's made out of oak, so it's a little bit heavier. But I think I like the oak. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you ever have occasion to make a dough bowl or anything, this might be a good technique for you. It's deceptively simple and makes a pretty good bowl. So thanks for watching.